Everybody knows that libraries are great places to check out books for free, but do you know the other ways your library can save you money? I'm going to tell you the 7 ways that I use my library to save over $800 a month, and I'll throw in a few bonus things as well that I did not include in my total. So the first service we use that saves us almost $180 a year is Kanopy and DVD rentals. Guys, go lay down. Go lay down. So last year we canceled our Amazon Prime. That saves us almost $180 a year. And that's not including if you have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO, Apple TV, Paramount Plus, Peacock. There's so many nowadays. So if you have more, then that's going to save you even more money. Granted, it's not going to have every TV show, every movie that all of those providers have. But I'd argue, do we really need access to all of them? Can we do without? Can we do with some inconvenience? Plus, they have huge DVD rental selection there. So if you are looking for a specific movie, there is a pretty good chance that it's on there. And not to mention, if you want to get back into physical media, their stores are flooded with DVDs, VHS, for like $1 or less usually. So you can buy physical media. If your friends are also into it, then you can start swapping some, having movie nights, making it a social thing again. And yeah, you can save tons of money in the process. And number 2 is Libby, which is a free audiobook platform that the library has. So cancel that Audible subscription. That alone will save you $95 a year just for the most basic Audible subscription. You do have a set time period you need to listen to the books by, which can vary. I think most people it's like 3 weeks. My library is 7 days, so that kind of sucks. But it does pressure me, like if I really want to listen to a book, I need to get it done within that 7 days, or you can recheck it out and get another 7 days. If it's a super popular title, there might be a waiting list. So you just have to wait till the people ahead of you finish listening to that book. But I think we have gotten so spoiled in this day and age of like convenience, getting everything right now, right instantaneously when we want it, we can get it. And I don't think that's the best in the long term for our brains. I think we need to remember how to slow down and wait for things, practice patience. And that's such a small thing, but I think it is good to practice inconvenience, even for a small thing like that. I think can help us in other aspects of our lives too. Number 3, this is super random, and I don't know if every library has this, but my library has dozens and dozens of cake pans that you can check out. So my son just had his first birthday last month, and I baked his cake. And instead of spending $19 on a cake pan from Amazon, I checked one out from the library. And even though they have so many, I just wanted like a round cake pan to do like a tiered cake, and they didn't have that. But they had square cake pans, so I just cut it into a circle, and it worked just fine. And I didn't have to spend $20. I didn't have to give Jeff Bezos my money. Yeah, and they have like so many cool shaped ones, different characters, different animals, awesome cake pans. Yeah, so I think you'd be surprised if you don't know all the services your library has. Definitely check it out because they have some random stuff in there. Okay, number 4 is a seed bank. So our library has every spring a seed library where tons of different seed companies donate products to it. And you can take 10 seed packets per week per person. So me and my husband just went last week and got 20 packets. And typically I feel like every year we spend probably around like $40 from seeds. And this year we didn't have to buy any because we're able to get all of them from there. And we're probably getting way more seeds than we typically would because I think we're going to go get another batch of seeds this coming week too. So that's awesome. And then if you have leftover seeds too, give them to your neighbors, post on your Buy Nothing, keep extending the gift. And Baker's Creek was one of the seed companies that donated, and that's usually where we buy our seeds from anyway. So it really worked out perfectly. Okay, number 5 is passes to parks and museums. Our library has a program where you can check out state park passes, the Children's Museum, Science Museum, different museums in the area. So you just have to call ahead and make sure it's not already checked out, and let them know the dates. And I believe you can check it out up to 2 adults, 4 kids, I think. But yeah, that can save you, depending on how often you go to the museum or state parks, that can save you a bunch. We don't go typically that much, so I just put $80 for the total. So number 6 is taxes. We have a free CPA service during tax season. So if you make under 70K a year, you can get your taxes done for free by a CPA. You just have to call and make an appointment, and they'll come meet you at the library, and y'all can exchange information there. I looked up the average cost of a CPA, and it can range anywhere from $200 to $600. So I just averaged and said that would save $400. But could be more, could be less, depending on what you usually pay. Number 7 is a printer or scanner. I have had so many printers in my life, and I feel like they either break or replacing the ink and toner costs more than I paid for the printer. And so it just feels silly to have to buy more, even though that's so wasteful. So instead of buying a new printer, I just use the library. It's not too often that I need to print things, and the library is very close to my house. It costs 15 cents a copy. You can also use the scanner for free. Um, but yeah, and it also, printers are bulky and ugly and annoying to store, so you don't have to have another thing that takes up space in your house. You can just go to the library when you need something. Okay, next are just bonus things because I didn't know how to quantify them. Workshops, events, clubs, that's my number one favorite resource that the library has. Me and my son go every week to one called Wiggles and Giggles for little kids, and there's like story time. They can run around, play with toys. Moms get to yap. We've made really good friends there, that we hang out outside of that. And it's just nice to get out of the house, get to socialize, and not have to spend any money because that's really rare today. They also have really cool events and workshops. Me and my husband are going to go to one tomorrow, and it's about rewilding your front yard and planting native plants and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. I've also they had a vinyl puzzle swap. So you could bring records or old puzzles and then swap them with people, and that was really fun. Ones I haven't been to, but I've seen, they have all kinds of book clubs. They have an anime club, a Pokemon club, board game night, karaoke night, movie night. I haven't been to any of those, but they look cool. Other workshops they've had like a bird, making your own bird feeder. There's a bird watching thing where they go to the botanical garden and you have like a tour guide who teaches you how to watch birds, and I want to go to that one. But yeah, if you have an interest, check your library because they might have a cool group and you can meet people and it's free. Usually, I think some of the workshops you might have to pay like $10 for, depending on what it is. But yeah, just see what is there. Also, this is very basic, but and I think everybody that knows this when they think of libraries. But if you're studying or you are needing to work on something, it's a great third space where coffee shops are great, but sometimes you are not trying to spend $10 on a latte, and it's kind of rude to be in there and not get something. So if you're tight on cash, trying to save money, the library is awesome. They also have, at least at mine, they have like little rooms you can rent out. I mean, it's free, but reserve, I guess I should say. So if you have a meeting or you want to host a study group, you can do it in this little room, where it's all private and you can talk or be loud if you need, without disrupting the rest of the library. Me and my husband had to do this a lot because we were being cheap and didn't get internet when we first moved until my husband got a partially work from home job, so we had to get internet. But we saved $75 a month for a few months, not having to pay for internet and just going to the library if we needed to do something on a computer. I didn't include that in the total, but if you don't have a work from home job, and you, especially with data now, like most data I think is unlimited for phones. So it's not that crazy to not get internet if you can use your phone for stuff. And we don't really watch TV a ton. So, and we were just renting DVDs or getting DVDs at the thrift store where you don't need internet. So that's another way to save $75 a month is cancel your internet and just go to the library if you need it. Okay, this next one I want to have to read off my phone because it's a lot. But my library has a library of things, so you can check out random items instead of having to own a million bazillion items. So they have a ton of random stuff. They have a badminton set, bicycle repair kit, binoculars, cornhole, disc golf kit, dominoes game. They have a fishing rod, a tackle box, giant chess, giant Connect Four, giant Jenga, horseshoe kit, jumbo checkers, jump rope, pickleball set, binoculars, metal detector. That's the one I want to check that out at some point. A telescope, a bubble machine, a cash box, a metal stamping kit, a steel tongue drum, planetarium projector. That sounds awesome. A press for linoleum printing, a typewriter, grandpa's weeder. I don't know what makes it a grandpa's weeder. Yeah, and then they talk about their cake pans and an archive. I don't know what that says. I can't read that word. So never mind. These are the resources that my local library has to offer. Do your own research and see. Yours might have more, it might have less, but you never know. So just go and look, get your library card if you don't already have one. Usually you just need an ID and then a piece of mail with your name on it. And if you end up using the resources and canceling subscriptions, I challenge you to please track how much you save and then have a plan for what you're going to do with that money. You could fund an emergency fund. You could donate to a cause you care about. You could invest in things that build resiliency, like starting a garden, bulking up your pantry with some staples, getting chickens in a chicken coop if you have a yard. Or you could make actual investments in the stock market, either in like a Roth IRA or just a taxable brokerage. If you were to invest that $865 a year for 10 years with an 8% return, after 10 years, you'd have $13,500, which is nearly $5,000 just in interest. It might not be a ton of money, but small choices with intention compounded over time do actually make some big differences. I hope this video taught you something you didn't know about libraries and can help you build community, resiliency, and save your money. Thank you guys, and see y'all next week.